Airbnb versus long-term rentals. This is a hot topic. I get all the time people who want to know which is better. And so today we are going to dive into what is going to be the best thing for you. And of course, if you're new here, I am Keyra Ford, and I'm keeping you in the loop of all things Dallas-Fort Worth. So up first, well, not even up first, before we even get started, Dallas has so much opportunity when it comes to investments. And when I say investments, I mean long-term rentals or Airbnb. You have to really figure out what's the strategy for you. And then typically with that, there's three things that people focus on. It is cash flow, it is management, and it is market regulation. And we're gonna talk about all three. So let's go ahead and jump into the first one, which is cash flow. Show me the money, honey, because if it's not making money, it's not making sense. What's another saying that we say? The math ain't mathin'. I like to say the path is in the math. You know, you just, whatever you say. But those are the things that a lot of people look at when it comes to figuring out if they want a long-term rental or an Airbnb. So by cash flow being up first, you need to know what you want your cash flow to look like. Typically Airbnb, you are gonna have a little bit like 2 to 3 times more of cash flow. But remember, this is only in like super popular areas or like big tourist areas. This isn't gonna be just anywhere. But keep in mind, Airbnb is super lucrative, but it fluctuates, which means that it can change. I will say with long-term rentals, you're gonna get a little bit more stability. Oh, Jake wants to make his appearance, y'all. It's holiday season, and I mean, my baby, he's just like, he wants all of my attention. It's kind of bad. But anyways, Jake, go ahead, baby. So you have to figure out if, you know, Airbnb and it fluctuating, that's something that works with your goal, or if you want a long-term rental property that is a little bit more stable because it's one person in there, you're gonna get paid every single month, and you should typically get the same amount each and every month. And lastly, it's steady. Who doesn't want steady and stability? Because I think all women want that, okay? All women want that. Now that we've talked about cash flow, you want to really think about the workload. And the workload kind of leads into management. I told you it's going to be cash flow, management, and market regulation. So when it comes to management, Airbnb, you got to figure out if you're going to be the manager, the person who is out here, you know, changing the sheets, cleaning, and getting all the supplies, all the things, and managing guests, and having people come in and out, and communicating. You got to figure out if that's what you want. If it's not, you have to hire someone who can manage those things for you. And not only that, if it was a long-term rental, you would have to hire a property manager. And funny enough, I'm about to get my broker's license and be able to start my property management company. So I'm excited about that. So there is a lot more work that goes into it after you've gotten your Airbnb or your long-term rental. You just have to figure out what works best for you. And that's why when people ask me, what's better, Airbnb or long-term rental? It really does depend on your goals. Also, Airbnb is gonna be more of like a little bit more of a bigger workload, and then long-term rental is gonna be like day by day, but maintenance will really take care of itself versus you'll be a lot more hands-on for Airbnb. AKA a lower commitment if it's long-term, a higher commitment if it's Airbnb. And let's be honest, us millennials sometimes, and I can only speak for myself, we can have commitment issues. So you gotta figure out what works best for you. Now this next one is a big one. It is market regulation. So you know how Dallas-Fort Worth is. It's very strict. Rules are always changing. You have to make sure you stay up to date on HOA, zoning. There's gonna be so much more, and that's why I would say hire out management, because management should also be regulating those types of things for you. So it's not another load, but it is an expense. So you have to make sure the investment that you're making, which is buying that property or renting it out. I only do Airbnbs that have been purchased. I don't do rental arbitrage anymore, just because it has just gotten so oversaturated. They've come up with so many rules, and it's been way more challenging than one would think. So you have to own a property, and then I would be able to help manage that. So I would definitely say you want to find someone who's going to stay up to date, going to give you updates either weekly, monthly, whatever your agreement is, because Dallas-Fort Worth truly is changing each and every day when it comes to rules for Airbnb and even long-term rentals. Okay, Keyra, so tell me, which one's better, Airbnb or long-term rentals? Okay, so I have given you 3 things to look at. Cash flow, like do you want 2 to 3 times more, which would be with Airbnb, more lucrative, but it's not consistent, or would you want consistent money, which is more long-term? Okay, you got to figure that out. And then management, I think you need management for either one, but one could cost a little bit less when it comes to management, or one you could do and it'd be a lower commitment. So you got to figure out what works best for you in that way. And then lastly, are you going to be the person who is researching and making sure that you're staying up to date on all market regulations, things that are changing in the city? If you're allowed to do this, are you allowed to do that? Zoning, HOA, all things. So I believe that it will give you a good idea of what strategy is going to work for you in this season of life. And of course, some of you guys are like, well, girl, I still don't know what to do. Schedule a strategy session. I would love to help you from where you are to where you want to be. Now, my strategy sessions are 15 minutes. If you are wanting a true Airbnb long-term rental, true tailored plan for you, those are hour-long consultations and those do cost. I would love to help you. Just comment below. If you guys want more videos like this, I want to be able to help you, bring you value, and help you make some more money and confidently invest in yourself through real estate. So I'm excited. Make sure you like, comment, and share with someone that you think that this can help. And comment below, because it does help in the algorithm. It helps me get pushed out to more and more people so I can help people just like you. Until next time, peace.
Oh my gosh, there she is. It's Keyra Ford. Keyra Ford. You don't know what? Never heard? Oh my gosh, she slays every time.